Tonight, the world calls him Pope Leo XIV. To his friends, he's Bob. The multilingual 69-year-old told an Italian interviewer earlier this month
Uniti at Chicago
that he grew up in a very Catholic family in Chicago. At Villanova University near Philadelphia, today bells rang out to celebrate one of their own. The new pope earned a bachelor's degree in mathematics in 1977. Villanova is one of only 2 Augustinian Catholic institutions of higher education in the U.S. The Augustinians here in Rome enormously proud.
Did you ever think your friend would become pope?
No, it's still incredible. I was crying in the piazza, just overwhelmed with joy about my friend's the Pope.
Father Joseph Farrell has known Pope Leo since the 1980s. He says the new Pope plays tennis every week and is a speedy texter. I asked him to text the Pope and ask if he's a Chicago Cubs or White Sox fan. The Pope texted back, Sox.
The one you see is the one who he is. He does not put on airs. He does not put on a mask.
He first came to Rome to study church law, then went to northern Peru as a missionary. He spent more than 20 years in the country, becoming a naturalized citizen. There he would rise through the ranks of the church, becoming a bishop. Then called back to Rome by Pope Francis to oversee the church's bishops, bringing a global and American perspective.
I am American, and I think I do have some insights into the church in the United States. So the need to be able to advise, work with Pope Francis, and to look at the challenges that the church in the United States is facing, I hope to be able to respond to them with a healthy dialogue.
Like Francis before him, he wants a church that builds bridges and welcomes all. Though as a cardinal, he was a prince of the church, he never saw himself that way.
The bishop is not supposed to be a little prince sitting in his kingdom, but rather called authentically to be humble, to be close to the people he serves.
As a cardinal, he was close to Francis. Here's what he had to say back in 2013.
He's a man who, on the one hand, is very simple and very profound in his faith, but he's a hard worker, and he knows, I think, what's ahead of him.
Now it is his turn to lead the church. The man friends call Bob, the first American pope, Leo XIV.
And we're joined now by Anne and George Weigel, our Vatican analysts. And we were sitting here as the name was announced of the new pope, and we weren't quite sure what we heard.
No, it seemed unbelievable because when I looked at my cheat sheet of the names in Latin, it said Robert Francis, and the only Robert Francis in contention was Robert Francis Prevost. And I couldn't believe it was an American because we've always been told no American will ever be pope. And so we wanted to double check it to be absolutely sure.
So, George, let me turn to you. Why is it so hard to accept the idea, or has it been hard to accept the idea of an American pope?
Well, it's been hard in the past, Lester, because the United States exerts such political, economic, military, cultural power in the world that I think a lot of cardinal electors said, let's not give them the Catholic Church as well. Cardinal Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, has spent a great deal of his life in Latin America, and I think that took a lot of the edge off of the notion that there can never be an American pope.
George and Ann, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.